Okay, let's talk about something we all deal with: overthinking. You know, that feeling when your brain just gets stuck in a loop? Well, today we're going to explore a surprisingly simple and genuinely powerful way to find some real mental peace. You know that feeling, right? There's that one thought, that one worry, and it just spins and spins and spins in your head. It's totally exhausting, and it feels like there's just no off switch. And hey, if this is you, you're not alone. This is a super common mental habit. We get caught in what you could call a loop of overthinking, where our brain just latches onto something and, well, it refuses to let go. And this loop, it isn't harmless. It has real consequences, right? It just drains your energy. It can lead to that feeling of endless indecision where you can't even make simple choices. It cranks up your anxiety. It steals your sleep. And maybe worst of all, it makes you miss out on the present moment because you're just too busy being stuck in your own head. So, what's the answer? What if it's not about fighting that thought harder or trying to solve some unsolvable problem at 3 in the morning? What if the real answer is just shifting your perspective? Here's the key idea. We tend to think the problem is the heavy thought itself, but the real solution, the real breakthrough, is realizing you don't actually have to carry that weight around with you all day, every day. Psychologists call this cognitive diffusion, and the goal isn't to get rid of the thought, it's to change your relationship with the thought. Think about it this way. A simple worry, if you only hold on to it for a minute, it's manageable. It's no big deal. But if you hold that exact same worry for an entire day, wow, it becomes heavy, draining, and it can feel absolutely paralyzing. The worry itself didn't change at all, just how long you held it. And this idea brings us to this wonderful, simple technique. It's called the glass of water method. And this isn't some complicated exercise. It's just a new mental habit, a tool you can literally start using right now. So what is it? Well, it's a mindfulness technique where you learn to consciously unhook from those looping, draining thoughts. And you do it by visualizing the thought as a real physical object, like a glass of water. And then you realize you have a choice. You can keep holding it, or you can just choose to put it down. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The problem itself, the water in the glass, it's not actually getting heavier. The stress, the anxiety, the strain, all of that comes from holding on for way too long without giving yourself a break. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Let's break it down into a really simple 4-step practice you can use anytime, anywhere. Okay, step 1 is just to notice. Just become aware that you're holding a glass. It's that little moment of recognition where you go, there it is, I'm doing it again. Step 2, acknowledge the thought, but, and this is important, without judging yourself. Just gently name it, like, okay, this is my work worry. Just labeling it kind of takes away some of its power. Third, and this is the key, you visualize putting the glass down. I mean, really see it in your mind. Imagine placing it on a table next to you. Feel that sense of relief. You're not destroying the thought, you're just setting it aside for now. And finally, step 4, redirect. Gently bring your attention to something physical, your breath, the sounds in the room. This simple act just anchors you right back in the here and now. You know, when you practice this, you're not trying to get a totally empty mind. That's pretty much impossible. You're aiming for something much more powerful, the freedom to choose where you put your focus. And the benefits are huge. You start to reclaim your focus for stuff that actually matters. You can serve that precious mental energy instead of letting it all leak out, and that leads to clearer decisions. And maybe the best part, it lets you be more present and actually engaged in your own life. Now, I want to be really clear about something. This is not about ignoring real problems. It's about empowerment. It's about giving yourself the control to say, you know what? Now is not the time to carry this. I'll pick it up later when I can actually do something about it. It's the difference between useless worrying and productive problem solving. Ultimately, this is what it all comes down to. Mental peace isn't some magical place where you have zero problems. It's a skill. It's the ability to consciously set your burdens down, even for a little while, just so you can rest. So, I'll leave you with a question to think about. I'm guessing there's a thought you've been carrying for maybe a little too long. What glass will you choose to put down today?